From beautiful downtown Eureka, California, it's time for the Savage Henry Magazine radio program.
And welcome to the Savage Henry Magazine radio program, episode 159. We are back here live at the wonderful, beautiful Savage Henry Comedy Club, located here in Eureka, California.
Beautiful downtown Eureka, California.
And that deep, sultry voice is the OG co-host with the most, Chris Durant, everybody.
Hey, it's good to see you all out here tonight. Thank you for coming out and supporting live comedy.
And the man with the best stash in the room, the newest co-host of the comedy, the Savage Henry Comedy Podcast. Ooh, why did you let me open? I'm so nervous. Alec Cole, everybody. You deserve so much better than that, Alec. I'm sorry.
When you say best stash, you mean he's got the best drugs?
Yeah. Best drugs. That's what we provide here at the Savage Henry Comedy Club while recording.
No, we don't. Just for the record, we do not do that.
I mean, we're not selling it. We're giving it. Like if we just give it away, it's legal.
It's still illegal. Still illegal to do, which we do not do at all.
Right, dear city of Eureka.
You know where you can find drugs is Northtown Coffee. Definitely go there.
Not to do that either, because they are fine advertisers of the magazine.
They have so many. They have
caffeine. That's the only drug you're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, and some alcohol too. They have some beer.
We got some good drugs.
Yeah. Well, great guys. How you guys been since the last week?
Doing all right. I mean, other parts of the world are burning down apparently.
Quasimodo. Dumb fucked up, right? He's probably like making something on a hot plate.
Is that what did it?
Yeah. He's like fucking Esmeralda. Is that the chick's
Quasimodo
name?
is dead.
Man,
now you make us sad about two things. Come on.
God is dead, and now you tell me Quasimodo's dead?
Just because I have a mustache doesn't mean I'm Nietzsche.
Chris, do you think God burnt in that fire? You think God was just chilling in Notre Dame?
It is a church.
Daniel, everything happens for a reason.
Wait, is God dead?
Oh God, this is gonna get uncomfortable.
We're gonna lose so many listeners from this one.
I mean, the roof caved in, but he's all right.
Alec, yeah, he's Portuguese, so he's super religious.
Ooh.
Was that racist? Sit the weird. Look at
I don't know. I don't know. We if you said something about like how we, made of linguiça, then maybe.
All right, look, I have to tell them.
Or about how much I hate Portuguese people.
Whoa! Alec Cole,
I guess
that's
that would do it too.
A. Cole at Humboldt.edu, right? Something like that, right?
Here's a fun game.
I'm actually 29% Portuguese.
Oh, okay, so it's
hey.
fine. So this is going to be a great game for you and an awful game for Chris.
Hell yeah.
I would love, because now people don't know a lot about the Portuguese things, really.
Portugal.
And then, or especially like my family, we're Azorian, technically. We're from
that sounds like you're from another
Portuguese
planet.
Islands.
Yeah.
Where we're dirty islanders. That's
Whoa.
Hey, that's what the mainlanders, that's what the mainlanders say about us islanders.
We are not getting invited to the Portuguese celebrations this year.
The Portuguese Comedy Festival.
But a fun game I love to what? But a fun game I love to play is I would love to just make up what you think a Portuguese slur might be. Or like, oh, you dirty hot dog water. Like, I don't know what you would.
No, I don't want to do that. Actually, I don't.
Portuguese people.
Not on tape anyway.
No, I'll give you some material. So Portuguese people, I mentioned linguiça. We love our boxed wine. Drink a lot of things out of hooves.
You took over Arcata, California at one point.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Port wine, very known for our port wine. Horrible heart disease.
Probably due to all that port and linguiça.
It's nothing like one of our main snacks. Like we saw like in Spanish culture, like you take the pig skin and then you fry that. We're like,
we're like
chicharrones. My people. And they're like, yeah, but we could add like a good 2 inches of fat to that and a little cap of meat. And we
so you make like chicharron cheese, like nachos?
Yeah, just the whole thing just fried. And it's just nothing but fat. And they're like, don't worry, you eat it with bread. It's okay. That's what sops up all the heart disease.
Up until that point, you had me in the keto diet. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was all for it. But go ahead, Chris. What do you
I got married at Portuguese Hall in Arcata, California.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Did they like overcharge you?
Probably.
Were they just watching the corner, like
no? They
judging
dipped the fuck out. They saw the crew that me and my wife run with, family and friends, and they're like, this place is probably burning down tonight. Let's not be here.
Have you ever gone to a festa before? One of our Portuguese festivals?
No,
in Arcata?
but my wife Monica makes friends everywhere she goes. And when we lived in the Bottoms, which is an actual neighborhood for those that don't know, it's not like we're living in an asshole or something. We lived in the Bottoms.
The Arcata Bottoms.
The Arcata Bottoms. And all the old Portuguese ladies, like my wife was like an honorary 75-year-old Portuguese lady for a while.
Hell yeah.
God, she must have been like the Andre the Giant to us. Because like all of us, like especially the old Portuguese like women, they're like no more than 4'1", I think, on average.
And they don't put up with shit either.
Oh God, no! My mom could beat the shit out of me, and she's like 4'2" on a good day, 4'3".
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on the hunt for a really good Portuguese breakfast at some point. So,
enlighten us to that. What is it?
You know, I do have to say, there's the Alibi in Arcata, California. They have a Portuguese omelet. And it's pretty decent. Because really, if you don't have good linguiça, you don't have anything. When it comes to a Portuguese omelet, and it's a little tricky. The best one I've been able to find is Taylor's.
Do they serve it in vagina?
Oh, take it easy.
What? I don't
know.
That's
that like
a traditional Portuguese breakfast.
Is that?
His mom listens to this show.
It's fine because he's right, but it's not. It's either that or a conch shell, and I don't know if you know about this, Chris. Very hard to find those shells.
I've heard of.
I've heard of it. Hard to find a nice warm
Giuseppe.
green.
Now you're Italian.
I hope that's what you think a Portuguese accent sounds like, because even I don't know really. I think it's just like my friends and I think we figured out one time that like a Portuguese accent is essentially just drunk Sean Connery trying to do a Spanish accent. It's like, ay, Dios míos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. That's just like a great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a drunk Spanish is the Portuguese.
How did such a small country like run half of South America for a while?
Drugs
and hot dick.
They didn't have drugs back then.
What? Yeah, we did.
I mean, it was called Christianity, I know, but no, nobody really.
It's not a drug. We don't joke about
what,
that.
like the Spanish explorers had conquistadors. What were the Portuguese dudes called?
I don't know, racists. we did awful things. Like I'm pretty sure we kind of pioneered slavery, which I feel pretty dirty about. But we were the first to kind of give them their freedom.
To mumble, to have an uncomfortable moment with a black person.
Because I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to put out facts.
You don't want to say anything that isn't true.
Yeah, but...
this isn't Dan Carlin's hardcore history.
But we made a shit ton of money in spice trade. So... Ooh. And there's a lot of diversity in the Portuguese culture, kind of.
You know where the British made a shit ton of money is the Spice Girls. So
Wait, Spice what?
Spice Girls.
If you want to be my master, first you have to be my friend, like that. Like,
why did you make that song about slavery?
Because that's what I thought we were talking about.
We didn't need to connect the two that way.
You maybe could have made it about, I don't know, spices.
If you want to be my oregano, there, okay, have you now?
I was kind of expecting you to go for like a racist spice, so.
It's a spice, oregano's free.
Okay, no, I like how you were in the clear, then you just fucked it up. You chose the best where you're like, oregano.
That's a robot in the studio. That's
DJ Robo.
Every time we near like super politically super incorrect shit, our robot goes off and says, guys, tone it down, all right?
It's a haunted robot. You can actually find out about that by listening to Illuminati by Nature, our sister podcast.
Oh my God, that
on this very network.
Yeah, so like, please look up Illuminati by Nature. Yeah, you type it in anywhere you find podcasts, it'll pop up. But holy crap, Alec, that was such a good episode. I listened to it last Friday when it came out, and it was really enthralling. And like, I wanted to talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to give it away because I think the whole episode is really solid. There's some really cool stories about your experiences with
UFOs a little bit,
UFOs among other things.
and how you live with a ghost now.
But one I do have to say, without giving too much away, there is a part where there's a telephone call involved, an actual telephone call, and it is great. And so it is well worth a listen.
Shouts out to...
After you finish this episode of the Savage Henry Magazine radio program, episode 159, go listen to Illuminati by Nature. I think it was...
Number 38.
Episode 38.
Yeah, shouts out to Dutch Savage for telling me to make that phone call. That was a genius move on his part.
I talked to the... one of our new advertisers and is the Eagle, or was now the Inn at Second and Sea, used to be called the Eagle House, a very old hotel right here in beautiful Old Town, Eureka, California. And when I dropped off magazines there today, we started the ball rolling on having a Illuminati by Nature taped in the Eagle House.
Ooh,
that'd be
is
rad.
the Eagle House supposed to be haunted at all?
Oh yeah, Andrea B. and Sarah Rooker, two great Tahoe comics, did the room here.
They stayed
there, and they said at 4:30 in the morning the piano just started playing.
No shit.
Yeah.
We should do dude, if Dutch is down, I'll go there at 4:30 in the morning to see if that fucking piano starts playing.
He also had
again.
a really good idea of making it a festival show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would love. I saw that Eureka's they're doing these historical haunted tours, and one of my fondest memories of joining the Savage Henry crew is when we started developing an old YouTube series called Dutch Does.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I would love to do bring back Dutch Does for that long-awaited second season. Everyone's been waiting for it. Do a haunted ghost tour.
You're one of the creators.
Yeah. We were. It was a random pitch. And this was before I knew the man behind the Dutch, the name, and it was just talking to him in his cadence and whatnot, and then it was kind of one of those things where we had a content meeting way back in the day, and we were talking about everything and a big expansion, trying to do videos, and we were looking at stuff that we can just do now, get content out now, and then we just kind of threw it out. I'm like, I think I know I'd love just seeing Dutch just interact with people.
Yes.
So imagine if he just interviews people, and I thought for sure talking to him he would say no. I didn't think he would be into it at all, and I was completely wrong. Not only was he into it, he was insanely into it, and then with Chris, and if it actually wasn't for Chris and Redbeard hopping on and really taking that project, you guys went in that first season.
Went everywhere.
Everywhere. I mean, Trees of
Vegas.
Mystery. We had a Bobo in the...
Bobo at the town hall, the Finding Bigfoot town hall meeting.
Yeah.
We did a craft fair. We did reggae on the river.
I saw the craft fair episode. I
was the very first one.
loved that.
Yeah, that's our very first
one.
episode, and I remember getting the footage, having some clips sent to me by Chris and Redbeard, and because I wasn't able to go because I had started a new job. And I saw the footage. I was like, "Oh, holy shit, we have something there!" Like that was
It
I
is.
mean, I thought you watch it, and it's not scripted. I promise you, everything that happens there it's all Dutch,
And usually it's Dutch who, like at reggae on the river, there's tons of people. Dutch has like a sixth sense of finding the weirdest motherfucker in the crowd.
Yeah.
And we found them all on that reggae, that's for sure. And to say you're weird at reggae is saying something.
I do have to say, I think one of my favorite moments of any of the Dutch Does was when you guys went to the Trees of Mystery. And I didn't realize, I knew Matt was kind of afraid of heights, didn't know that Dutch was, didn't know that you were Chris. And I didn't know to the level that all three of you were afraid of heights. It's the most amazing sequence. I wish the whole episode was just them as the Sky Trail elevators. They do the
you went
Sky
to
Trail.
the Trees of Mystery.
The Sky Trail.
Oh my
and it's just like a
God.
good 2 minutes of them freaking the fuck out. And I just
I
cried
gotta
laugh.
watch that.
That gets high. And I'm not talking like, I'm talking like it's physically altitude high.
Yeah.
I've got the luxury of not being on camera. So we get to see Matt literally start crying at one point.
Oh, for sure. He's crying.
And he starts like shit. I'm like, dude, don't fucking rock, dude. Just stay, because he's like starting to freak out. I'm like, dude.
Well, I know that motherfucker pounded two Monster energy drinks and a yerba mate before he probably went.
Ooh, yeah, that's
So he's just
awful.
fucking buzzing.
Terrible for fucking anxiety. Yeah.
The man has heart issues. He's had heart surgery as a teenager.
Redbeard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
You could hear Redbeard's a new co-host for the Trevor Has Friends podcast on this very network. Wow, is that all we're going to do on this podcast is talk about the other podcasts on this network?
Well, we're spreading the love.
Yeah. Do you guys want to jump into beer time here?
I think it's...
Oh, wait, you got more shit to talk about up front?
No. Oh, the new mag is out.
Yeah, issue number 102. That's right, folks. 102 issues of Savage Henry Magazine on the streets the day we started recording this. Started like it's going to be like a 5-day project. The day we recorded this, the Humboldt issue. It's about time we recorded a Humboldt... fuck, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do good at this because we had... All right, I have to tell the listener. We had a fuck time trying to get this fucking thing started today, technical speaking. So I'm just going to go to bed now. But 102 is on the street, the Humboldt issue, so look for that. If you want to get, if you're not in the area of Humboldt or Northern California or Southern Oregon, you'd like to get some, join the Patreon, $10 a month. You get it sent to you every month, and you get some extra perks.
Do it.
Nice. And then with the, this is issue 102 of the mag, and that means like a new cover artist, right?
Oh yeah, Sonny Wong he did 101 issues of the cover. Drew 100 issues. He was on one that went, because we thought we were smart asses and we made the cartoon issue a photo. Man, I'm patting myself on the back right now.
Comedy gold.
Yeah. And he just he said he's done after 100. Totally amicable. People are like, what did you guys do? Like, yeah, it's cool, man. He did 100. It's no problem. I mean, it's totally respected. He did a great job. Fucking amazing work. And now we're just going to shop it out from time to time. And the cover artist for the Humboldt issue, well deserved, fits right in. If you've ever been to the shanty at the Eureka, he's either served you, you've seen his work all over the walls there, and art galleries all around Humboldt. Davo, great artist, he did the cover, and it's a great cover. So it's kind of interesting to see other art on the cover of it. And no offense to Juan. We loved it all, but it's nice to see what these other guys are coming up with.
Yeah.
And like you and I were talking about before we started recording the episode, Chris, that this is the first, it's just the Humboldt issue.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever done a Humboldt issue.
And how long have you been doing the mag?
Danae, remind you, 102 issues.
Like how many goddamn years?
Like 9 years.
2010.
Yeah.
January of 2010.
And now is the first Humboldt issue.
Yeah. The first 4 or 5 issues didn't have themes, and we were only in Humboldt. Yeah. And there was a lot of inside jokes about Humboldt.
But this is the first official
dedicated
Humboldt issue.
Yeah, and as you were reading earlier from Aaron Pitcher, he does our headline pieces. I don't think he's ever been to Humboldt, and he's from the Midwest, and he did a bang-up job. This place has a reputation. It's so cliche. Comics on Mars could probably write about it. So yeah, it's great.
Dope. All right, so I think I am ready for some beer time.
Yeah. All right. We're right back.
Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer,
it's beer time. It's beer time. It's time to drink some suds. It's beer time. It's beer time. So gather all your buds. It's not that complicated to get inebriated. So crack a beer and drink it with the Savage Henry Radio program.
Hello and welcome to Beer Time. Yeah, okay, yeah, so, okay, you know what? No, you fucking do it.
I am going to do it because you can't.
Jesus.
All right.
Fuck this, man.
Welcome to Beer Time. Alex no longer co-host. If you like being a co-host, editor at SavageHenryMagazine.com. Beer Time, we have one of the fine
beers. It's not my fault you don't understand how audio recording works. We could have edited that
we kind of need you.
Blank space out.
Yeah, well.
But now it's there forever. Like chlamydia.
I'm going to pretend like the theme song just ended right. All right, welcome to the theme time. Fuck off.
All right, cool. I'll take it. I'll take it from here. And
I'm not going to be a co-host either. Editor at Savage Henry Magazine. Daniel needs 2 co-hosts now.
And welcome to Beer Time. Today we have something from Sea Quake.
All right, I'll try again. All right, welcome to Beer Time.
This is Sea Quake Hazy IPA. It's a brewery out of Crescent City. They're pretty cool.
And we serve it here at the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the club is
Savage
Fuck
Henry
off. This is
Comedy
the
Club.
worst podcast ever made.
415 Fifth Street, Eureka.
Oh, that's cool. I like that part. I really do. I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Come get
Sea
some
Quake,
Sea Quake.
Hazy IPA, tall boy. We serve it here at the club. I've never actually had it.
I have not either.
The co-owner of the club, Pete Nelson, I had to send him to rehab because of this, and the double IPA Aunt Tammy.
They're Aunt Tammy, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one too. Apparently, Aunt Tammy's a real person. One of our beer distributors knows her.
Is she upset that they named the beer after her?
I don't think so, because I have a feeling she's related to someone at the brewery.
Oh, okay. So
and
she's
apparently
getting some
she's
money out of it?
very nice, but loves to party. As
cool.
Evan Vest, local comic, had 2.5 one night. I bet it's like a tall boy, so what is that, like 48? That's like, do the math. It's like 4 beers.
It's like 4 beers, yeah.
6 beers. It's like a 6-pack. Because he had 3 or 2.5, so it's like 5 beers.
2.5, yeah, it's like 5.
Jesus
5
Christ.
beers.
This is a math cast, everybody. But he threw up all over the place. Not in the club. He waited till he got home like a gentleman.
Wait, and all he had was the Sea Quake?
He had 2.5 tall boys of
Did
Aunt
he
Tammy.
eat anything?
How quick did he drink it?
I don't think Evan ever eats anything except acid and mushrooms. But no, I don't know. He got up and turned around and yelled at a crowd that wasn't here.
Well, I can't wait to
Oh,
try
you were
it.
on that show too. It was
is that the night we did the Mystery Crypt 420?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh. Yeah.
He got knocked.
Oh, see, yeah, because I had done a show. That was a crazy night for all 3 of us because I had double booked myself that night. So I was doing a show in Arcata, finished that, rushed up here to do this show here, and we were all absolutely out of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was a Saturday.
Yeah, I was doing
okay.
we were doing it on the spot, and then I came up here and did the Mystery Crypt.
Mystery Crypt 420 is a movie riffing show, and they did it's a Matt Redbeard show, and he did a Battlefield Earth.
Oh my God, that is easily holy shit! I had never seen Battlefield Earth before. That is easily the worst movie I think of. I was in pain watching that movie.
And he's going to a psychiatrist to still say to wipe it from his brain to say he's never seen Battlefield Earth before.
That movie might have just killed that show for us.
There's not another one booked as of now.
All right, well, good to
We
know.
had people walk in and go, drink like a half a beer and like, all right, we'll see you.
Oh, I mean,
What, are you coming here to see a real movie? Jesus.
Yeah, I think that was the good lesson of there can be a movie that is just too bad even to riff on, because we were just mesmerized by how shit-tastic it was. I mean,
Tastic. I don't think it's
Honestly, though, I feel like I disagree. I think that...
Oh, I know, but you're Scientologist.
You're just... Yeah. L. Ron Hubbard's my man.
If he really was, you would have called him LRH.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, no, I think that any terrible film that's out there is never too bad to be riffed on. I think people just don't know what they're getting into, and that's their fault.
Alec, have you seen Battlefield Earth?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They make you guys watch that, right?
Really? Because I've never watched a movie and just wanted to hate fuck something so bad.
I've seen some terrible movies in my day.
Yeah, so have I. But that was just it was. Because I feel like I can always find enjoyment even in the shittiest of films. Mm-hmm. And this was the first time ever, because I'll watch anything and everything. That's always how I've been even since a kid. Watching that just hurt. Like, I feel like I was being assaulted.
You said you wanted to hate fuck something. Fun fact, that's how John Travolta got the job.
Oh.
It had nothing to do with Scientology?
No, it totally did. He
fucked L. Ron Hubbard's
He fucked
body.
a level 6. I don't know what level. I don't know how they do it. Oh, shit. Maybe we shouldn't fuck with them so much.
I mean, that is how a lot of famous people get more famous, so we probably shouldn't insult the Scientologists.
Yeah, he's not a wizard, Chris. Or
But they...
he's not going to curse us.
I don't know, man. It's L. Ron Hubbard, dude.
I've had run-ins with him. Like, calling my house and shit. Repeatedly. Like, we had to call the cops.
Really?
Yeah, that's a long story. I don't want to fuck with it. They're scary.
Oh, not okay. Wait. Not L. Ron Hubbard.
You're making it seem like Scientologists called your house.
Yeah.
We both thought L. Ron Hubbard was calling your house. That's what we were like, what the fuck?
No, he was dead. But yeah, they called the house repeatedly over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, and my wife. Oh God, here we go. My wife. She said, "I'm gonna call it the last time. I'm gonna call the fucking cops because they were asking for my ex-wife's mother, my ex-mother-in-law."
Is she a Scientologist?
No, and she says she's never fucked with them. She promises up and down she didn't go to anything. She is kind of like a hippy-dippy lady.
Yeah.
And like she lives in Eugene, which is like a bigger Arcata.
Oh, yeah,
And,
I know.
So it's like And when we were getting there, I'm like, oh man, she signed up for some goddamn list and put our name down as a reference. So and she promised me us, and I believe her, said she never fucked with those guys. And they call it Sherry. I'm not going to say my ex-mother-in-law's last name, but there's Sherry there. And like, Monica's like, no, not at all. And it's not like there's any animosity between my ex or my ex-mother-in-law or anything. So Monica knows both of them very well too. And they just kept calling, like, 3 times one day, twice, and then we'd see it. And on one time, I was like, all right, ask him if I could talk to Tom Cruise. And I said, hey, and then Monica goes, yeah, my husband would like to talk to Tom. We might be into this, so my husband would like to talk to Tom Cruise first. And they straight up said, well, he's not here right now, but he might be here later. Like,
Whoa.
oh, fuck off.
That's
Like,
when you
he's
just keep them on the line.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to do a filibuster. You just
Hell
have them
yeah,
on the
dude.
line.
Yeah, fucking just start reading the screenplay of Star Wars.
But then I got tired of fucking back with them. And then they just, Monica's like, I'm going to call the fucking cops. You guys are pissing us off. Stop calling here. And they stopped.
Do you think
Damn.
like maybe like one of the kids accidentally like tried to get into it?
No.
Maybe.
They were, this was like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. So this is like, my oldest
That's the prime age.
was
Yeah. When I was 10, I totally accidentally
isn't.
I totally like ordered a pizza when I shouldn't have to like
from a Scientologist.
you know, that Scientologist pizzeria that was always in Arcata.
Yeah.
You know, you guys know about the bunker.
What?
Z News and Zaz.
I'll take with extra Z.
Xenu Hut.
You guys don't know about the bunker
Oh, is
here
that
in
the-
Humboldt?
Oh yeah. You,
Like-
you
it's
and
like-
you and Billy Wayne were talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's like
Like Shelter Cove area, right?
Petrolia.
Petrolia.
Yeah, so Lost Coast area back in there.
But what's the deal with it? Is that like the end days bunker or
That's where I'm not too knowledgeable about what these fine folks believe in. But apparently there's going to be a child born at one point, and there's a house there, and it's a really nice house, and that's where the child's going to grow up. And it's like in the middle of nowhere in the southern Humboldt Hills, and the people that run it apparently are an old German couple who aren't Scientologists. They care for it. They don't run it. They care for like the grounds. And
How German.
YouTube drone footage, Humboldt Scientology bunker, and you could just watch a drone just fly the fuck over this whole thing. And you'll see like a hole in the ground, like a hole in the side of a hill that like goes under. Assumingly goes. What
the shit?
It's a door, so I'm sure it goes underground because it's in the hill. But
Could just be a door.
Matt Redbeard says that's where L. Ron is. His remains are interred. Is that what he said?
Is he frozen?
I don't know.
Like
Well,
Walt Disney?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying actively not to know things about the Scientologists.
You
We
think
should
the
get
more
into
you
that
know.
bunker.
And if you want to hear another story, okay, here we go. Fucking okay.
Oh, and that'll be another Dutch does.
Jesus,
I was
you're
trying-
not going to get anywhere close to
That's
it. Yeah.
great. We need like shorter
Let's
episodes.
try
Yeah.
See what
we
happens.
can have Dutch flying on a drone, just look and like come down and be like, hey, and like ask questions.
Yeah, that'll work well. Let's put him in a hook him up to a drone or a helicopter after his fucking episode on the Sky Trail, which is probably the most safe thing. It's like an Oregon Trail buggy in the sky, and you guys are still fucking freaking out.
You know, why hasn't a magazine come out in a few years? They had to buy a drone that can carry Dutch Savage to the Scientology.
Yeah. I guess when I was ripping
Nah,
you
dude,
apart,
we would be able to put that mag out. We would. You know how many hits that
Oh,
shit would
God,
get
yeah,
if we
no.
made something like that.
We should do a Scientology. All right, I'm marking that down. We'll table it. But I have another Scientology. When I worked for the daily paper here, the Times Standard, I was the cop reporter. It wasn't my story, but another reporter was doing it, and he's like, I'm doing one. Yeah, it's a slow news day. He's like, I'm doing one on the bunker. So he went down there. He couldn't get close, talked to the neighbors and all this shit. And then, of course, as a good journalist should, called I was going to say Latter-day Saints, two different things, called the Scientologists, and they said, don't. And he goes, this is America, fuck off. I'm going to. Do you want to comment on it? And he didn't really say that, but generally speaking, the attitude was that. And they said, all right, well, can you wait? Because we're going to have some lawyers come up and talk to you. 3 hours later, from L.A., they flew a fucking team of lawyers up.
Whoa.
holy fuck.
Yeah, and they all went into the editorial room, and I swear, me and all the other reporters were like fucking straight up like little kids, like with the with the fucking glass to the wall, like
Yeah.
and they left, and we ran the story. It wasn't like it was just saying it's down there. I mean, we couldn't get much of information, but yeah.
So I would say that's pretty clear cut that he is actually there. Then,
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna go through like the
it's
whole,
also with the second coming of whoever the fuck or whatever the one who's gonna say whatever
Zulu, Xenu.
is gonna grow up there. Like this little kid, they have a house built that no one lives in currently until this kid is born, and it's gonna totally grow up there.
I mean, it's not the first time we've had like multiple from listening to enough like true crime podcasts, whether it be My Favorite Murder or Last Podcast on the Left. I've just learned that essentially Humboldt County and the Emerald Triangle, not only are we known for our weed and our lumber and our wildlife, but also for a shit ton of cults that have been through here at one time or another. Yeah, there's like I don't know if it was like the Hand of God. There was some cult that moved out here not. I don't know, sometime in the 70s.
We've had our share of crazy murders and a serial killer, or at least one that I know of.
I know they didn't.
Possibly two.
I know they didn't stick around, but didn't Heaven's Gate do some shit up here too?
They just bought shoes at the mall.
But when that Mervyn's left, so did they.
Robert Durst used to live here.
And then Brandon Small, right? Yeah, Brandon Small.
No, I think that's
Wait, Robert Durst, like the Jinx?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He used to live in Trinidad.
Yeah,
Right about the time Karen Mitchell disappeared.
That shows up in the documentary. I think they show her photo as one of the missing people, and they briefly mention in that HBO miniseries, they briefly mention his time up here. I don't think they say Humboldt necessarily, but they say like the North Coast. Like,
do you think he killed Captain Beefheart?
Captain Beefheart died of natural causes, and him and his wife.
Yeah,
are only
natural
so
causes.
we think. I think
he was old as fuck. I don't think Captain Beefheart died after Durst left. He's not killing fucking Captain Beefheart. Come on now.
What if he really was envious of him? He grew up in.
Well, who's not? I mean, the guy was a savant, but not like a.
No, like
I made a terrible gesture right there.
So what about this hazy IPA?
No, this is what happened. That's how good it is. We haven't even drinking any yet, and we're fucking already conspiracy theoried out. One other though. One other cereal. I used to be the fucking crime reporter at the Daily Paper here for 9 years. I got it all. Wayne Adam Ford lived in Trinidad too. He was a truck driver. Wayne Adam Ford, and he was a truck driver, and he used to go up and down California and probably other places and just kill women all over the fucking place. Jesus. And then him and his brother had a beer at the Ocean Grove. And he confessed to his brother, and his brother said, "You should turn yourself in," and he did. You know how he turned himself in?
I think I know, but
I'm sorry, my time's up.
oh, come on, DJ Robot.
He turned himself in by throwing a disembodied breast. Is that the way to say it?
Yeah.
That's in a bag. He threw it on the table of the sheriff's department.
Holy shit!
And from what I understand, the deputy that took that confession and it never was the same.
Yeah, he from tales I've heard throughout my years was he just walked into the sheriff's department whatnot, just walked up to the counter, slapped down like a pair of breasts. I don't know if they were in a severed breasts on the counter or in a bag,
like in a
and
Ziploc
they didn't
bag.
it didn't quite register what that was, and because all he had said was I've done a bad thing.
Whoa.
And or something along those lines, if I've done a bad thing, they're like, what? And they didn't, it didn't register at first. Because this is what, 70s, 80s?
I think 90s, maybe early aughts, maybe.
Okay, so
it was before my time at the paper. So it was probably 90s.
What was the guy's name?
Wayne Adam Ford.
Wayne Adam Ford?
Yeah.
Was he?
I'm going to double check
But
that.
he's not the same as the Happy Face Killer, right? He's not the same person, because there was another trucker killer around that time that was operating that had done stuff similarly to that. I mean, even to the point where he attached a woman to the bottom of his truck and just drug her along as a way to get rid of the body, essentially.
Yep, there it is. It's Wayne Adam Ford. I was right. God damn, sometimes this memory impresses me.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's him. 98.
98? Oh, god
He
damn.
turned himself in.
Wow. Oh, okay, when he turned himself in.
Wikipedia could probably tell us how many fucking kills.
Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy stuff in Humboldt County between the stump women and even the old professor who
He's still on death row. Victims 4+, so they don't know how many.
Wow.
I think they're assuming it's a lot more. It was like, and I'm no offense, no judgments, no anything. There was a lot of lot lizards and types, like truck stop lot lizards.
Oh,
You guys don't know what lot lizards are?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
heard the
There's a lot of like that no one's gonna miss them type of thing.
Right,
you
the
know?
mentality, yeah.
Yeah, which sucks. Like I said, no judgment.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely.
Yeah.
It was pretty similar with the Christies and the Stump Women, and it was kind of like it's always that's always been like that same sort of idea. It's these people who are seen as lesser than. So it's your your sex workers, your drug addicts, and all that stuff. And that's usually the common link. That's why these people can go for so long because no one's keeping track. There's no no family, no home, no address, nothing, and it's freaking crazy. But you know what's not crazy? This Sea Quake beer.
Yeah, Sea Quake's totally gonna advertise now.
The Hazy IPA.
And
I was waiting for it. I was gonna do it if you didn't.
And why we picked it was a Sea Quake that Wayne Adam Ford and his brother had when they turned themselves. No, I'm kidding, Sea Quake. Come on now.
Hey, so now let's finally, for reals, I haven't tasted this beer yet.
Yeah, I've never tried.
This
that.
is the longest we've
I
ever gone
don't-
on a beer time without sipping the beer.
All right,
right
cool.
there.
So
So,
cheers,
all right, here we
guys.
go.
Cheers.
It's a Hazy IPA.
To
Here we go.
murder.
To trying to wipe Wayne Adam Ford off our memory banks. Here we go.
Yeah. It's not bad. Yeah. So Sea Quake. Oh god. So what do you? I mean, this is the problem with. I enjoy beers, but sometimes I feel like some beers are like, I don't get the overuse of hops.
It's very hoppy.
Yeah.
It's a very.
That makes me unhoppy.
What I will say, a couple things. One, we got it, bud. We heard. What I will say is that one, it did take us a while to drink this, so it's definitely gone up in temperature as opposed to drinking it ice cold, which could factor into the way that it tastes.
Well, Daniel had it on a hot plate too. The whole
Two, that doesn't help. Two, I will say that there is a certain amount of fruit that's coming in addition to the hops that like kind of balances it out. I think it's definitely still way more hoppy than anything, but there's definitely something else happening there.
Yeah. The only place, and I know this is not necessarily linked, but I'm like, for some reason my brain's like, I'll forgive the hops if it's a high alcohol percentage. And I don't know why.
yeah,
my
no,
brain
I
does
get
that.
that.
I don't think it's because I've had other things that taste far better that are a higher alcohol percentage.
Right.
Are you shedding a little hint on the guest right now?
No,
Okay.
no, because
No.
I haven't even seen. I actually have a paper on the thing, so I haven't even seen the alcohol yet. So yes, maybe, no, yeah, no.
Who knows?
Sure.
Kind of.
Why not?
A little bit. Sometimes.
And Sea Quake, they're out of Crescent City, which I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to really work hard to shake the Crescent City. I mean, they're trying to bring Crescent City up, but come on, man, that's like. And every time in 101, when you're driving up to Crescent City in 101, you hit that one like hill, and then you're coming in and you can see it off to the side. Every time it reminds me of that scene in Star Wars where they're like Obi-Wan and Luke are on that cliff, and he goes, "Most wisely, you'll never see a more wretched hive of scum and villainy." It looks like that, and the fact Pelican Bay State Prison's there.
It just makes me think of Silent Hill.
I know all I need to know by the fact that when I go to Eugene, Google Maps takes me around Crescent City. Like it doesn't say to go up the 101 through town. It's like just go down these side streets, so you go around everything and you're still around trees most of the time.
And then you pop
we'll
out.
connect you. Yeah.
And you pop out in Endor.
Yeah.
Fun fact, when you type in Crescent City to any sort of Google Maps, it just sighs back at you. It goes, "Really? Are you sure? Is everything
like-
okay, bud?"
And what did your husband do?
Look, okay, Sea Quake is aware of how much weight they have to pull, and I know that because I just recently had some kombucha made by Sea Quake.
Oh, they do that too.
Yeah, they make kombucha, and on the kombucha can, it says brewed in beautiful, far northern California. If you read the beer cans, however, it says brewed in Crescent City, and they know that if somebody's drinking kombucha, they're going to be a little skeptical of the health benefits they're going to be a little skeptical of the health benefits of something from a place whose other like known export is prisoners.
They're imported. The prisoners are the imports.
Eventually, some get out.
In a stretcher.
Damn, Chris. This is
I've
from
been
all your
there. I've been there. I wasn't serving any time, but I've been there.
I mean, you were a true crime reporter for
Not a true crime reporter, just a crime. I made fake crimes. That's
Oh, you made fake crimes up?
We didn't call it true crime back then. We just called it crime.
is this a hot tip that we're getting? You're making up all the goods?
Yep. It was a fun job for a while.
So this John Wayne Brady Adams guy.
Oh, take it easy.
You made him up?
Yeah. John Wayne Brady Adams, the
Hey.
worst serial killer in the history of the world. Killed 7,000 babies in one day.
Fun fact about Sea Quake Brewery. They started July 4th, 2016. Nothing to do with murder.
God bless America? I don't know what the fuck to say to that.
Another Sea Quake fact.
I'm seeing fireworks right now.
Fact.
Yeah.
They started in a barn.
That's what you want to
Nobody
hear
ever
for
gets
something
murdered
you
in a barn.
ingest in your... Oh, I guess beef does too, so never mind. I was going to say something, but yeah.
What, beef is made in barns?
Eventually, it starts in a barn sometimes, right? You come from the agricultural world.
Do you think I was born in a barn?
No, that's
Wow.
not. Yeah, your zipper's down now.
I don't even know what that would even entail.
Yeah,
Are you saying I have a
the
big...
wrong...
No, you grew up like your dad does.
You're saying I fucked the animals?
No, fuck it. Would you stop trying to fucking? You help your dad do livestock stuff.
Yeah, we raise
So like,
animals.
there's
Is this like a
some
racist Portuguese
beef
thing?
and pork and things that go into my body.
Do you think we milk bulls?
No, fuck again with this shit. This isn't a quiz, dude. This isn't a game show. They're born in a barn sometimes, right?
We can afford a
you,
barn.
fuck.
They're born outside. They're animals.
What if it's snowing?
It doesn't
Raining. Fuck you guys. All right, get on. Fuck the barn shit.
Yes,
Fucking.
we carry them into our home. We run a hot bath.
Oh, cool.
We turn on the heater. Nothing but Celine Dion and
How big is your fucking
candles.
bath?
CeeLo Green.
He have a
oddly.
cow in his bath.
CeeLo Green?
Yeah, oddly. I don't actually put a cow in the bath. I give it a sink bath. You monster.
Well, how big's your sink? You mean
pretty
like a
good
horse
size.
bath is what you're talking about.
Whoa.
That's what they're called.
You just want to say it every episode now.
I know. You guys think I'm like some...
Did you say horse dick?
Yes. Horse dicks are born in barns.
Last fun fact about Sea Quake. They have
They'll never advertise at Savage Henry.
They have a 15-barrel brew house. Woo!
Is that a lot?
Cool.
It sounds like a lot.
15 barrels?
It's at least 15 barrels.
All right, so now we get to the.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, Sea Quake. Look,
No, it's fine.
that had nothing to do with Sea Quake.
You know,
we serve
guys-
3 of their fine beverages here at the bar.
Seaquake has great stuff that they put out. We're not talking shit
Yeah.
on them.
No.
We're just saying like it's got to be hard pulling the weight
just
of Crescent City.
Yeah.
We just bookend it with serial killers and fucking horses and whatever that
Listen,
we did.
I respect Seaquake. I am a firm believer that they are self-aware enough to know that what we're saying is what everybody else is saying.
Yeah.
And
I do have good friends from Crescent City, and it's not that bad. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Hey, they got bowling out there.
I got kicked off the stage at Pizza King.
Oh,
What
back in
Crescent
your
My
Death
rapping
Hunter days.
Yeah. For singing, I wrote a rap dedicated after George Carlin died, and I wrote a rap dedicated to George Carlin, and we were there on July 3rd. It was packed, and it was not for us, but I'm not trying to say that. But we were there performing, and the song was called the Motherfucker Song. And all I said was, me and Marshall, the absent-minded professor was my partner's MC name. I like to say the word motherfucker. Do you like to say the word motherfucker? Who likes to say the word motherfucker? Oh, man, he doesn't like that.
No.
Let's all say the word motherfucker. And I got the crowd to do it, and the lady who ran Pizza King was not having it.
Wait. I just want to verify. You were. This was like a hip hop group that you were in,
Yeah,
correct?
a duo.
And you booked a show
Yep.
at this place.
We got paid.
And
too.
you told them that you were a hip hop group.
Yeah, and
correct?
there was another hip hop and 2 rock bands.
So she booked a hip hop group and then got upset that people were saying motherfucker.
The whole we got loud with it.
I mean,
Because the
that's-
bar
but,
and the Pizza King is separate from the restaurant.
Okay.
And there was a huge, like, the Crescent City has a huge 4th of July celebration, but they
Okay.
had it on the 3rd for some reason that night. I think maybe because it was a Saturday and the 4th of July, whatever, I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Apparently at 1 in the morning, there's 10-year-old kids having pizza in the dining room still.
Yeah,
So-
that's her own goddamn fault for
Oh, I
running
got
a
kicked
real
off.
weird fucking business.
You know who didn't get kicked off the
Is
stage?
Pizza King still there?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's... every time I drive by it, last 2 times I've been to Crescent City, it hasn't been... it doesn't look like it's open.
Yeah.
But it says Pizza King. And I shake my fist at it every time I drive by.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Marshall didn't get kicked off, though. And the bartender was an old man who was hammered, who, after he paid us, he said, and we got all the beer we wanted, and he just said, just come back here and get it yourself. I don't want to, like, keep pouring it for you guys. You have to wait. So I'm sitting outside, like, come on, Marshall, let's leave. And Marshall I'm sitting, I see the front door, I just see Marshall walk by with a full fucking pitcher of beer dancing to the band that was on at the stage at the time, sloshing around like a pirate, and just, I'm like, you motherfucker. Hey, see what I did there? Bookended. All right.
So Sea Quake, Hazy.
It was a Sea Quake in the
IPA. You know, fun fact, with 4 pounds per, I'm gonna guess BBL is barrel, bubble of hops. This hazy IPA bursts with juicy flavors of orange, citrus, and tropical fruits.
Whoa, what did I say, my
Look
man?
at the sommelier, whatever
Nailed
the
it.
beer version of a sommelier is over here.
Kettle hopped and double dry hopped with Citra, Mosaic, and Calypso. This is the Sea Quake Hazy IPA. And as we do, we're going to go through and rate the beer with our own personal rating scale. I rate it 2 consensual murders.
Is that called? I think that's called assisted suicide.
It's just enough to get noticed, but not enough to be a serial killer.
All right. I've seen serial killer with really lows now. Okay, but anyway, we'll save that for our... Well, I guess this is a true crime podcast now. What do you give it, Alec?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, on a scale of Beck albums, I'll give it Midnight Vultures.
I could have swore you were going to go Sea Change being the time.
No, because I love Sea Change.
I'm going to give it 5 motherfuckers.
Hey,
Motherfucker. Hey, I did it already. All right.
nice.
Oh, now I'm getting kicked off my own stage. Jesus Christ.
And to top it off, now we guess the alcohol percentage in the beer.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, this is Price is Right rules. So closest without going over, guess the alcohol percentage of this beer.
Didn't you nail it last week, Alec?
You've
did.
done it 2
I
weeks
did,
in a
yeah.
row.
No, actually, he won the first week.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, and then last week you nailed it right on the head, though.
Yeah,
You got it,
that's what it- yeah.
All right.
$1,000
So which one of you guys want to go first?
Go ahead, Alec.
6.7.
5.9.
And coming in at a 7.2. Alec gets in with
he holds his title.
6.7.
He holds his title. You know what? Let's get out of beer. Let's get out of beer time right now.
All right, cool. We'll be right back with a quick news bit.
Beer.
That was beer time.
Beer.
I'm out of here.
Beer. Lager.
Hey, all right, we're back. Welcome to news. I didn't do that on purpose. Fuck you guys.
Like working with fucking Rick and Morty right now.
Daniel, you have follow-up from last week.
Yeah, I
Okay, come on. You didn't have to fucking follow it up. It's my gig, dude.
No, it's
That's some hack-ass shit. You just copied my shit right here.
no, it's super appropriate because it's to do with pigs.
Like me and you, Alec. That's what he's saying.
You dirty little wankers.
Hell yeah.
It's an update from last week's story about, I don't know if you guys remember this.
Such a tragic event. Holy fuck.
It was kind of fucked up. It really was.
Yeah.
Just in case we have any new listeners that are tuning in this week for the first goddamn time. There was a story last week that we talked about. Long story short, family lost their pet pig. Someone said the cop and somebody else found it. The guy said,
This is
I'll
Humboldt.
take care of
This
it.
is in Humboldt.
Yeah, this is in Humboldt County. The guy who found it with the officer was like, don't worry, you go find its family. I'll look after it. The cop finds the family about 2 hours later, and then when the cop goes back to retrieve the pig, the guy's like, oh, sorry, I butchered it. And that was about 2 hours later. And
I don't think he apologized, though, really.
No, and in fact, not only did he not
I wasn't
apologize,
there,
the guy who ended up butchering the family pet pig, one of the people looking after the pet pig went back to that person's place to at least ask for the meat back because they were going to eat it themselves. They just thought,
They just wanted to
"No, we
have
should
that
benefit."
closure, yeah.
And so the guy decided to respond with a classic, go fuck yourself, get off my property. Now, this week, and
That
it's
is
been
a
like national
that is a
news.
classic line.
Apparently,
That's a
like,
really classic line. though.
Please
Really.
tell me what's happened. That this
so-
guy has been butchered himself and is now being served at a Ray's barbecue.
Oh
Is that-
boy, am I going to make you an
that a
upset
real
little
place?
piggy? So from the Jesus Christ. So from the Mad River Union, in an article by
Nice
Kevin
citing, dog.
Hoover.
Just like how you said your source.
This was in Arcata. Arcata police have submitted a case to the Humboldt County District Attorney's Office recommending a felony grand theft charge. So they want to go with a grand theft charge
Fuck yeah.
against the man who had killed and butchered Princess the pig back on March 23rd.
Man, once you put a name on it, then it's just going to change the whole game
Yeah,
up. I was kind of on the butcher side until you threw that name on it.
Yeah, and one of the other things, so they're going through this whole process, and one of the other things I thought was really funny that we should mention is the guy, didn't quite live there even where he butchered the place. He's kind of, from what the article said, like I said, you go find the Mad River Union. It's an article that came out.
Sounds like this guy's a murderer.
Yeah,
and he's
he
just
sounds like a
practicing
fucking
on this
madman.
pig.
Yeah, it came out a day ago, and the title of the article is Princess the Pig, Suspected Killer Named and Sought After.
Oh, we're going to name him here on this podcast?
Yeah, so I'm totally going to name this
Oh,
piece of
shit,
shit.
here we go.
The union had learned that the suspect, Jeffrey Cody Miller, 32.
Fuck you.
Jeffrey Cody Miller,
Oh, I
32.
thought you knew that guy or something. That's why you said fuck you.
Of
Okay,
the
sorry.
Humboldt area. He is kind of a drifter, so they're still kind of trying to locate him. So he just...
How is
Jeffrey
a drifter
Coney
like
Miller?
a butcher? How is a drifter
Jeffrey
like a...
Coney Miller? You're a piece of shit. That's his name, right?
Yep.
Jeffrey Coney Miller? I got to get it right.
Coney?
Cody.
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 Sorry.
So
If there's a
Jeffrey-
Jeffrey Coney Miller, you're fine. Jeffrey Cody Miller, though, you can go fuck yourself. You're a goddamn piece of shit.
Well, Alec, you kind of hit on a funny point that's been happening since this article broke out.
Is there a Jeffrey Coney Miller?
Well, because a whole bunch of other people are really pissed off about this story, as they should be. It's kinda
of course,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
This is a terrible thing.
That people somehow, I don't know if another news source gave it away, but they gave away, somehow people figured out where the address was, where this supposedly took place. So
And this is how we found out the guy was a drifter.
So yeah, because the people who I don't even know if it's actually their garage, if they live across the street, they have been the ones that have been getting targeted with hate speech and threats.
Oh, that's so shitty. And
so
it's
if you-
all Jeffrey's fucking fault.
Yeah, so if
His
you hear
dumb
this-
fucking face.
If you hear this, I want to
use
do
all
those
three
people a
names.
favor. It's not their fault. Whatever you hear, they're trying to find Jeffrey Cody Miller is the dickbag who killed Princess the Pig. Not those poor people in their homes, so stop harassing them, stop threatening them. Please don't pour pig's blood in their
don't
lawn.
bring anybody into this mess that doesn't belong into this mess. Jeffrey Cody Miller is the real piece of shit that needs to get all of your hatred.
It was probably this podcast that everyone listened to that got people to fuck with that other... I mean, not to fuck with the other family, but thinking they were fucking with
Yeah,
Mr.
'cause-
Miller. Does anyone, was he did he have permission to be on that? I mean, was his buddy's house or something?
You know that I am not. I'm not 100% sure on.
That's all right.
Like I said, you can look at the Mad River posts, Mad River Union's post on it.
Well, check this out.
Give them a Google search and then look at that. But that's the update for now on Pig Watch 2019.
Well, I'm gonna dump a little of this Sea Quake Hazy IPA out for Princess. I wish you'd all join me.
All right.
It's audio, so they
everyone
can't
pour
really
one
see
out.
me.
Yeah,
talk.
no,
everyone
we
pour one
gotta
out for
pour one
Princess.
out.
Pour one out from Princess. And then that was the news story I got.
I got some dumb stories. A substitute teacher was fired after bullets fell out of their pocket in a pre-kindergarten class.
Wait,
like the
bullets?
Bullets, like gun bullets.
How did they know it was bullets and not lipstick in like a really trendy case?
It's bullets. Have you seen a bullet before?
Maybe it was like loose Pez.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Pez at the dispenser? They look weird.
Yeah, I'm not
What
trying
did
to
they
steal
say? Bullets from what kind of gun?
I mean,
like a revolver?
Okay,
Are we talking about a Magnum? We're talking about a 45.
What we're trying to say is
a gun that can kill people. One of those ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For
So
any gun enthusiast, you will know that I just basically said the same type of gun in 3 different ways. We're talking like a 38. We're talking like a Magnum. We're talking like a revolver. We're talking like a pistol. We're talking like what?
Whereas like
We're talking about one that a teacher in
Is
Massachusetts
it a shotgun
had.
shell?
No one shot any kid. I mean, not this time anyway.
I said shotgun shell.
No, it wasn't a shotgun. I fucking don't know, dude. Fucking stop busting my balls, bro.
What
We're
happened
supposed to
to-
just be touching on headlines here.
I'm just asking.
what happened to those kids?
They who turned him in? Superintendent Gregory Myers later confirmed to media outlets that the substitute teacher had been fired.
Damn, I was really hoping the kids turned her in.
The kids are just stuffing them up their
I'm
nose.
sure. a
What
kid
was her name? What was her name? Did they print it?
They just said substitute teacher.
Ah,
Unidentified teacher was covering a pre-kindergarten classroom on Thursday at Elmwood Street School in Millbury, Massachusetts, when the bullets fell out on the classroom.
I just want to see like
Who carries
some
bullets
little
in
kid go up to the principal and be like, Mrs. Smith has bullets coming out of her purse. You better fire her.
They usually let the kids make all the decisions in those situations.
Definitely.
We're moving on this one. You guys had two. Man, I feel like a congressional panel. I feel like I'm getting fucking. I'm just trying to read headlines, Alec. Fuck.
We're supposed to riff on them.
I
aren't
know.
we?
You know how long it took. Okay, never mind. That's a backstory.
We're
That's
not a
behind the
family
curtain.
anymore, you guys. I'm so sorry.
All right, here's this headline.
Sorry you have to witness this with your ears.
Man sues parents for destroying his $29,000 porn collection.
You can, it's free on the internet. Why
Yeah.
would you have?
Yeah, he fucked up there.
I'm not mad at what the parents threw it away.
Yeah, no, whatever. They're probably
Destroyed
just
it.
trying to do some spring cleaning.
Here's what the dad said. The dad said, "I would have done the same thing if I found it. If I found a kilo of crack cocaine." That's what they're.
Okay, that's where you lose me when you compare porn to cocaine, like their equivalents.
I mean, hey, I met some people where they.
I just wonder if he like tried to hide all $29,000 worth of porn under like in between
Under
his
his bed.
mattresses, like you would like with the one magazine.
It's like goes to the ceiling. And
Some weird fucking porn princess in the pea.
I don't remember you having bunk beds.
Here's where it here's how it was broken down. 400 VHS tapes, 1,600 DVDs, 160 plus CDs, and 70 sex toys.
Man, if he had a Casper mattress, he wouldn't even be able to fill it.
Whoa, wait.
Sponsor us, Casper.
They included sex toys in his porn collection?
Yeah.
Because sex toys aren't necessarily
pretty damn
that's not-
expensive.
but that's not porn.
When you find him next to 400 VHS tapes, 1,600 DVDs, and it sounds like if this dude was like living with his parents.
I mean, of
I would
course.
assume. I don't think his parents came over to his home.
If he had $29,000 worth of porn shit, I'm sure he was either living with his parents or he had the house from Scarface. Like that's
Yeah. That the amount of porn he had was a down payment for a home.
Yeah. Especially Indiana where this occurred.
Oh, there's nothing else.
Oh,
going
see,
on
that
in
makes
Indiana.
so it was
All
Mike
right.
Pence's
All right.
kid.
So that's not a news
It was.
story.
Father Mike Pence said, no, I'm just kidding. Father, like I made him a priest.
Father Mike Pence.
Yeah,
Probably after
that's
the
a fucked up one.
presidency.
We'll get one
happens.
more under our belt. This one's good. Hungry and horny alligators are invading streets, homes, and pools in Florida. Hungry and horny. That's one of the names of the VHS tapes he had in his collection.
That's actually
Hungry and
a
horny
new
alligators.
children's game coming out from the same makers of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Really? Because it just sounds like your guy's night out at any sort of burrito bus. It seems like.
Well, it almost sounds like a strip club. You're a Spearmint Rhino, and Hungry and Horny Alligators is right across the street.
It's the Cajun version of Spearmint Rhino.
Horny, horny, mama. Yeah. Remember I tried to do one last week. I tried to do a cage, and I nailed it that time. I wouldn't say nail it, but,
Beignet.
I
don't know.
Just resort to beignet.
Yeah. So it's your trigger word.
a family in Fort Myers was awoken by an 8-foot gator in their lanai. What the fuck is a lanai?
I don't know, but was it a hungry horny gator?
That's what the
It was their
headline
fault
says.
why we're in a waterbed.
It can't. I can't get it. Oh, there's video, but it doesn't work on podcast.
Wait, is there video of an alligator having sex with people?
And there's, it's crazy. This video is crazy. It is fucking, and it's doing that like Patrick Bateman thing where it's looking at itself in the mirror and like flexing its muscles while it's like.
This is also in like.
And then he ate the person after he fucked him.
This is also in Indiana.
What?
In Indiana?
No, Florida.
Oh,
Of course.
That makes way more sense.
Because we had such a vibrant beer time, I think we're gonna call it here, and we'll take a little break, and then we'll come back and get the calendar underway. Does that sound good to you guys?
Sounds good. All right, and we're back now, wrapping it up with the event calendar with things happening at the Comedy Club and around Humboldt County comedy-wise. Just a reminder, we are here every Monday night recording Monday night pods. The Savage Henry
Savage Henry Magazine radio program.
Is recorded every Monday at 7 o'clock with a rotating second show.
Trevor has friends every other week. Illuminati by Nature and Keyman Harder's podcast, The Illest Podcast.
So you can look forward to that. Every Tuesday we have trivia night here at the Comedy Club. That starts usually at
9 o'clock.
Perfect. And then we're gonna have Wednesday open mic-y.
9 o'clock.
And that is free.
All the first three things you mentioned are all free.
Sweet. And then on Thursday, we have a really awesome show hosted by Evan Vest. It's called Party Secrets. Nice, awesome, and weird stand-up showcase.
Yep.
And then on, Thursday night? Friday night, we have the very long-awaited Savage Burlesque burlesque show with a mix of stand-up comedy. That one is usually sells out, and you can find your tickets online. Search Savage Henry online, or even look us up on Facebook. Check out the event page.
If you find the Comedy Club on Facebook and look at the events, there is a link to buy tickets for Burlesque.
Cool. And what time is that show going to start?
9 o'clock.
And how much are the tickets for that night?
Yeah, I want to say $10. It's not my show.
Cool. You can look it up. And then we're going to have on Saturday, it is 420, so it's very obvious that we're going to have comedy all over the place. We're going to have
huge show
huge show here on Saturday night with Billy Wayne Davis,
Chris Charpentier, Dave
Ross, Evan Vest, Jessica Grant. It is $14.20. See what they did there?
Ooh.
Yeah, and that is at 9 o'clock. And Billy Wayne sold this place out last time he was here, and it's the first time we get to welcome Dave Ross and Chris Charpentier to our stage.
Absolutely amazing comic with some amazing other people on that card. But Alec, you're gonna have a show earlier that day as well.
Yeah. So Savage Henry is also doing a showcase at Stuffin' Things in Eureka that day. I believe the kickoff time is 4:20 on 4:20. I'll be a part of that as well as some other comics, and I think it's all local comics doing that, and it's gonna be a good time. So definitely come out to that, and then come out to our show.
Sweet.
Here at the club.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Alec Dole. Alec Cole does comedy, right?
Yes, Alec Cole does comedy is my handle on Instagram. Alec Cole Comedy is my handle on Twitter, and those are probably the only things. Facebook's not the best way to do things with me.
Savage Henry Magazine on Instagram. Savage Henry Comedy Club on Facebook.
Yes, and then you can find myself at Dan's Just Swell on the Twitter, on the Instagram. I'm also part of a improv comedy troupe called On the Spot Comedy. We have a show coming up, our second last show of the season, over at the ATL, the Arcade Theater Lounge here in Humboldt County on April 27th. Family-friendly show, $7. Go check it out on Facebook. We're all over the place. Same with the Savage Henry, anything Savage Henry. Just type us in to the Google machine, and you will be able to locate us. And that was episode 159, guys.
Editor at SavageHenryMagazine.com, 415 5th Street, Eureka, California, 95501. Good night.
And
Amen.